Welcome back, Seth Bling here. Mojang just released the 13w07a snapshot, and it's really only got one new feature in it, but I think it's a pretty cool one, especially for the map makers out there. The new feature is that FallingSand entities can now carry TileEntity data. Okay, what does that mean? Well, as Dinnerbone was talking about, you can have spawner minecarts that was introduced in the last snapshot. This spawner minecart spawns a FallingSand entity. A FallingSand entity is what you get when you take regular old sand and drop it. For the duration of its fall, it's an entity, it's not actually a block. And previously, you were able to add data to that FallingSand entity that would make it look like another block, and when it landed, it would become that other block. But it didn't work for tile entities because there's extra data. Now, tile entities are things like mob spawners and chests and dispensers, things that carry extra data with them. Basically, they're blocks that have extra data. So, to sum it up, basically, this minecart spawner is spawning FallingSand entities with the ID for mob spawners, which is I think 52, and it has that extra tile entity data, which says this is a mob spawner that spawns creepers with such and such rate of spawning and etc. It's quite evil, but it can also be put to good use. I have a filter, MCEdit filter, that I have linked in the video description that you can use. Basically, you select any blocks that you want, and it will turn them into sand. And if those blocks happen to have tile entity data, then it'll include that in the sands data. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's an evil example, but there's some pretty cool things you can do with it as well. If I come over here, I'm gonna set the time back to day. If I just walk in this little cubby here, we can see I have chests spawning as I walk in. That looks really cool, I think. The chests have these pieces of armor in it, and it looks really neat. And it's just a way to spruce up your map. That's the kind of thing you can do with this. It's not evil. It's actually quite pleasing, I think. I'm going to come over here and show you my final example. On the way, I'm going to stop and show you this map in an item frame, which looks so much better than it did before. They fixed a bug that is making it look kind of bad. Okay, so over here, I actually have a bunch of spawner minecarts all in a hole. I think there's probably something like 50, maybe 30 spawner minecarts in this hole. If I get within 5 blocks of them, and you look over there, we can see they're starting to spawn some blocks. Well, they're spawning FallingSand entities that are turning into blocks. And it spawned an auto turret. Now, a lot of these dispensers aren't facing the right way, and I think that's due to a bug that is causing basically the data value of the dispenser to get messed up. Just stop it real quick because that is quite loud. I think that's due to a bug, but if that is a bug, it'll get fixed. If it's not a bug and it's something I messed up, then it's something I messed up. Pretty cool that you can spawn an auto turret just in the middle of wherever you want. You could build a tower defense game with this. You could do a lot of cool stuff. I think it's really neat. So there you go. There's another example. I think there's some very cool stuff that you can do with this new feature. So again, if you'd like to make your own FallingSand entities that have that tile entity data, I have that MCEdit filter in the video description, and I think there are some map makers out there that definitely know what to do with this. Not just Vex, but also people that make just cool stuff out of weird features like this. That's about it. Thanks for watching.